Hey y'all, it's Carmen with Three Ring Circus, and first I'll apologize for my voice. It's that season. But with that being said, I'm in the middle of doing a collab, and while I was doing it, I wanted to kind of show you these are my old school ways. I've done these for years, but I have gotten some mini bottles. I would actually prefer the mini fireball bottles to put in the pocket letters, just simply because they're more flat. But this is what hubby has done. And so I saved them, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to black this out, if it's allowed or not, but I'm going to dampen my brush and make sure it's wet. I used to have 2-ply paper towel when I did my other bottles. And now I no longer do. I only have 1-ply. And I don't think it will work as well because the thinner, the better. And so I'm using a 2-ply toilet paper instead. And I'm just Mod Podging. I poured some of the Mod Podge. You can get this from Dollar Tree, Walmart, anywhere. And then I'm going to use more thicker instead of just so watery. Kind of squeeze some of this out. And I'm just kind of blunting this on and going to add more. And I do it piece by piece because it gets the wrinkles and it makes it look like old leather. And I put it underneath, I put it on top, and I just layer and layer. And the effect of this is actually really stinking cool. Like I said, I did it for a Halloween party for a friend of mine who sadly never did the party. And I had one lady, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and hold on to these bottles in my storage building forever and ever and ever. And so I was like, I posted on Facebook Market, and I had this one lady who is definitely all about not only Halloween, but she loved the old school, like the whole leather thing. And I didn't do this just in bottles. I also did this in books. I went to the thrift store and bought some 50-cent to $1 books. You can get them $1 books at Dollar Tree as well. The thrift store tends to run specials, and so you could get more than one. Like I said, I'm doing this because it is toilet paper, not paper towels. But once I get this done, and yes, it's a sloppy mess, and that's one thing, it makes it easy. This is the thing that I love the most. It does not have to be perfect. You can see I'm just patting, and I'm making it look old school, leathered. I will trim some of this off if it does not agree and adhere the way I would like for it to. Because in all reality, I want more up here. So guess what? There's going to be a wrinkle here. And that's fine. We'll see if we can make it work and flatten down and mold around this little beauty bottle. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. If not, I'll trim off. But so far, it's looking good. I've taken big bottles. And yes, usually liquor. Vodka. One of my favorites actually is the double-handled. It's got 2 little handles on the side, and what is it called? It's a, oh my gosh, my mind's running blank. It's a dark, I don't like whiskey, so I know it's not that. Bourbon, no. Rum. That's what I was thinking of, sorry. And it's a rum bottle, and and it's very dark. Now, see, I've gotten all this there, so I'm just going to use my hand. And, yeah, the glue will wash off. So now I'm just going to use my hand and just kind of smooth this out. Because once this dries, I'm going to paint it. And I'm going to paint it like a black or a gray, depending on my mood and what I think it should be. Like I did my old school, like I said, my old school. But these were big bottles. These were full-size bottles that I had done before. And I had done the rum bottles were my favorite. And then we also were living in a place that we had an old rusted out building next to us that we could go and search. I'm just touching up with my finger to make sure I've got glue on me so it doesn't stick to me. It sticks to the bottle. But we were allowed to go on the outside of the premises, and these were like the actual old, and when I say old, I mean like in the 50s, 60s, maybe 70s, but they were the gallon jugs that were real glass. And we were able, me and my husband, was able to get one or two of those, and I'd paint them, and I would paint them, and then I'd come back and highlight them, and then I would, like, one of them was frog's warts juice, or witch's potion, or vampire blood. I had a bottle that was a vodka, and it had a red tip, so it had the red on it. And so, yeah, I did this to it, and I colored it, I painted it, and after it dried, and I called it Vampire's Blood. But the red top worked for that. And I will show you. This is the first step, and I hope to come back when it's dried and show you a little more. It's not perfect, but as it dries, hopefully it will be better. Thank you for stopping by, and wait for part 2. Best wishes always.